to ET. Basically, Eva and
Hi.
Trisha, and Eva and Trisha the show. So, today what we're going to be talking about is
America's Next Top Model.
Wanna Be on Top. So, Cycle 21 2014. Spoiler alert for those who haven't watched it to the end. Keith won.
Congrats, Keith.
He was the first ever male model to win America's Next Top Model, and it's revolutionary. I mean, Cycle 21. How big is that? So, we'll be moving on to our next subtopic relating to that. And our next subtopic will be about designer labels.
Which is a very, very important thing for me. Like, personally, designer labels, like the haute couture labels, like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Balenciaga. I mean, these are the top fashion house that always gives them all for Fashion Week and runways. Now, the beautiful thing about designer labels is that they give the aura of sophistication. Like, every time when we watch the TV ads or see the ads on the magazine, it's like they really know how to persuade you to really want that product. I mean, I truly believe their ads are brilliant. You know, like Louis Vuitton always show like men with sophisticated men with suits and women who are just really posh and elegant. You know, something so simple like a LV monogram bag is just to die for. And I really believe designers, they put a lot of thought to what they do, and I really believe that it's not wrong to want to have designer labels. It's not wrong. I mean, as girls, we really want to have that, you know, it bag. But I guess it kind of leads to a obsession for today, like the materialistic world. What do you think?
So, relating back to America's Next Top Model, the whole lingo and obsession with being on top has sort of been ingrained into our society. And I believe, as it says, that we need to learn when to say no.
Agreed.
Because we look at all these TV shows, magazines, and we're so absorbed and attracted by them that we want to be like them. I don't know about you, but there have been a lot of times growing up where I wanted to be skinnier. I wanted to look perhaps more exotic or have bigger eyes because I'm Chinese.
Only you, Trisha.
But, and we have all these sort of skincare products that help us to look fairer or to look tanner, and even plastic surgery to help us fix the natural beauty that God gave us. And I'm not dissing anyone who does it, but come on, we need to learn to appreciate ourselves and each other. Because from my point of view, sometimes we go down this path of wanting to look a certain way and be a certain way that we bring that judgment onto everyone else, and that's not a really healthy society to create.
Yeah, I think the media has a lot of influence in this topic, because every time we see the cover page of a magazine or we see an ad of our favorite celebrities, they're always photoshopped to look thinner, to look even, you know, to have bigger assets, for example, breasts or butts. Yes, Kim Kardashian, I'm referring to you. But essentially, when we compare that, the ideals of that beauty to today, to our everyday life, I mean, it doesn't tally, you know, and it creates a negative influence for teenage girls like us, because we want to be thinner, therefore we go on extreme diet. We want to be more popular, therefore we strive to get that it bag, the new jeans, you know.
But that sort of perception has evolved, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the rise of social media
Exactly.
and people speaking out about these things. Even celebrities say that, hey, it's not okay. I don't want to be Photoshopped. There is a certain changing of trends, and this could be granted to the concept of
Evolution of beauty. Now, we were just reminiscing about our Disney times when we were younger. We used to watch Sleeping Beauty, who has that very like high cheekbone and V-shaped facial structure, as compared to Princess Elsa, like from Frozen. It's like she has doe eyes, that very roundish face that looks more like a child as compared to a adult. Now, we see this trend of evolution of beauty in the model world. For example, when we were younger, we used to envy Giselle Bundchen or Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell. But now the it models are like Cara Delevingne, who looks more like, I don't know, like us teenagers. And I don't know, Trisha, what's your take on evolution of beauty?
I think that change is constant and that it's inevitable. I mean, but it's not good to see these changing trends as the crux of how society should look like, should appear to us, and how we should act accordingly towards. I believe that we should disassociate the modeling and the fashion industry from our own personal lives, because we all know how much media can influence us and convince us to be just like them.
I disagree slightly, because I do see that the perception of beauty in the media is influenced by, us target market who lusts for it. But I see evolution of beauty as a beautiful thing, because we get to see different races now due to globalization. Beauty is really in the eye beholder, and what is deep beauty in Korea, Venezuela, or Africa, it's different. But now we get to see them more because of the platform of social media, the fact that media really allows different ethnicity on their cover, which is so beautiful.
Since you brought up ethnicity, I mean, I know growing up that I used to be a bit darker because I came from a Chinese school, and I kind of liked being unique in that sense that Asians who are Chinese are usually fairer, but I was darker, and it made me feel exotic. But when you are of a certain race, you tend to be stereotyped a certain way.
True.
And perhaps that's why I liked being darker. And so comes the question, skin color, to be fair or not to be? I mean, look at the Asian culture, look at Koreans. Everyone wants to be whiter, everyone wants to look more doe-eyed and baby-faced, and we go through all these skincare products just to make our skin appear brighter or whiter. Is that healthy?
I mean, for example, for Black Americans, there's such a thing as bleaching skin products. African Americans, I was watching Tara Banks' show, and they use this bleaching cream on their skin just to make their tone of skin to be. Yes, it does actually to be a lot fairer, and I personally believe that you should be thankful in whatever skin you have, because God created us perfectly well the way we are. But if you're not happy with it, yes, you can change it, but drastic changes is not necessary, because everyone's already beautiful.
So, relating back to our first central topic that led us to this discussion, America's Next Top Model, Keith was African American, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And I mean, society has come a long way, yet we still have so many issues with it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that we still have a lot of change to do. And as all stories come to an end, we shall leave with a moralistic question for you all, the audience. Wanting what we don't have. Ever?
Well, ponder about this, ladies and gentlemen, and, let us know what you think about what we discussed here. Do you want a part 2 of this video? Let us know. Tweet us, follow us on Instagram, like our page, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you, everyone.
Bye!
Bye!